Good evening, families. My name is Corey Ball. I am one of our kindergarten teachers here at Alderman Elementary. We are so excited to get to meet our new kindergartners. New Year is always fun. So I am here to talk to you guys about the difference between pre-K and kindergarten in our school. So there's a couple differences. We do things a lot differently. So one of the big differences is that we do not have nap time in kindergarten. So that is an adjustment for our kids. They go a full 8 hours of learning. So we do ask that they make sure and get enough sleep at night. So it is recommended that kids between the ages of 5 and 6, they make sure they get about 10 hours of sleep. So make sure that your kids are getting nice sleep so they are in school, awake and learning for the entire time. We also do not do as many play-based activities in kindergarten. We are more focused on learning. We do have a lot of fun in kindergarten. There are a lot of activities and crafts, and we always like to make it nice and fun and colorful for our little kids. But we do not have as much toy playing time. So they are expected to sit in their seats for most of the day. And focus, and there is a lot of emphasis on learning for most of the day, but we do try to fit in a couple activities, couple crafts throughout the day just to keep their minds moving. And then it is very important for them to be on time because, as we say at Alderman, we teach from bell to bell. So they need to be here as soon as we start our day, all the way up until the end, so they can get all of the learning that they're going to have for the day. All right, we are so excited to meet you guys, and the next person that's going to speak is Ms. Peters, and she's going to talk to you about some of the curriculum that we look at Alderman. Thank you. Can't wait to meet you.
Hello, kindergarten parents. My name is Stacy Peters, and I'm a kindergarten teacher at Alderman. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the curriculum that we teach and what your child will learn this year. Give me a moment to share my screen. Okay. Okay, so we have two components to our reading program. It is the CKLA. Okay, it is CKLA skills and CKLA listening and learning. CKL skills is teaching the sounds and the actual reading. We start off by teaching your child how to properly hold a pencil and making lines, and then we will continue the writing process throughout the year. We will then start teaching letter sounds and only letter sounds, which is a little bit different than old kindergarten. We will do that until about January, and then we will work on blending and segmenting 2- and 3-letter sounds throughout the year. Rhyming is a big component. Letter identification is a little bit later in the year, probably around February. And we first show the lowercase and then we do the uppercase. And around that time, we'll be reading real books with your child, and they will be able to decode 3-letter words, 2-letter words, and start reading sentences. About this time of year, around April, we're working on the blends, which is like 2-letter sound, 2 letters that make 1 sound, and digraphs, again, 2 letters that make 1 sound. It's a little bit more complex, but your child will learn how to do it. And partway through the year, we will be sending home a bag of books. Those are things to do at home with your child for about 15 minutes each day. It's really important that they return that to school every single day so we can use that in small groups. Small groups is a time that we sit in a small group of children and work on specific skills that your child might need to work on. The other part of our reading program is called CKLA Listening and Learning. And its purpose is to concentrate on vocabulary development and teaching comprehension skills. You can see the listing of all the different themes that we'll be teaching. Nursery rhymes and fables is first, the 5 senses of the body, stories, and then most of the rest is going to be nonfiction. Plants, farms, Native Americans, kings and queens, seasons and the weather, Columbus and the Pilgrims, colonial times, taking care of the earth, and the presidents. And the last component is our math program. It is called Eureka Math. It will cover throughout the year, we will be learning numbers 1 through 30. And by that, I mean, we're really manipulating those numbers. We'll first do 1 through 10, and then 10 through 20, and then 20 through 30. Your child should be able to not only count on from 1, but maybe starting at 7 and counting on ideas like 1 more, 1 less. They will then move into addition and subtraction up to 10. And we do spend a lot of time on word problems, which is the big goal of math. By the end of the year, your child should be able to count to 100 and beyond. That program also entails measurement, and we teach them the vocabulary that goes with length, with volume, and with mass. And we use math numbers within that realm. And the last component is geometry, and that encompasses 2D shapes like squares, triangles, circles, and also 3D shapes, spheres, cylinders, and the rest. And they need to know how many sides things have. Do they have corners? Do they not have corners? How can we group them? And lastly, we do have some fantastic supportive programs. Your child will have an iPad next year, which has just been such a fantastic addition for us to use. We have 2 programs. The first is Waterford, and there's a math component with that, and also reading. And Zern, which it parallels our Eureka Math program, and it's fantastic. It's a way for your child to practice exactly what we're learning in class. The last program is not Guilford County Schools. It is called EPIC. The website is getepic.com. It is available until 3 o'clock. Other than that, there's a small monthly fee, I think around $5. It is a fantastic program. There are read aloud books on there. There's every subject you can probably think of. I think it's a fantastic program. Throughout the day, your child would have a specials time, and specials, we offer music, PE, which is like gym and exercise, media, which is the library, art, and that is about 40 minutes every day for one of those topics. And then your child will have recess for 30 minutes every day.
Hi, my name is Ashley Lopez Davila. Most people just call me Mrs. Lopez. I'm the school counselor at Alderman Elementary School. Thank you so much for being with us here today at either on Microsoft Teams or watching this recording at a later time. I can't wait to meet your kindergartner next year. So today I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about attendance, Classroom Dojo, and social emotional learning. So attendance is so important for your students' success at school. Attending school regularly helps children feel better about school and themselves. Start building this day one so your student learns right away that going to school on time every day is important. Good attendance will help children do well in high school, college, and work. Did you know, starting in kindergarten, too many absences can cause children to fall behind in school? Missing 10% or about 18 days can make it harder to learn to read. So that's about 2 days every month. Students can still fall behind if they miss just a day or 2 days every few weeks. Being late to school may lead to poor attendance. So we want to make sure students are coming to school on time every day. We even let students come in early to eat breakfast, and we start off our days with a morning meeting. So we don't want them to miss out on those. Absences can affect the whole classroom if the teacher has to slow down learning to help children catch up. So what can you do? Set a regular bedtime and morning routine. Lay out clothes and backpacks the night before. Teach your student the habit of keeping their clothes and backpacks in the same spot every single day, so it's quicker in the morning. Find out what time school starts and make sure your child has the required shots. Introduce your child to his or her teachers and classmates before school starts to help transition. So look out for back to school nights. Don't let your children stay home unless they're truly sick. Keep in mind, complaints of a stomach ache or headache can be a sign of anxiety and not a reason to stay home. Develop backup plans for getting to school if something comes up. Call a family member, a neighbor, or another parent. Avoid medical appointments and extended trips when school is in session. For more on school readiness, visit attendanceworks.org and reach out and read.org. Next, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Classroom Dojo. So we love Classroom Dojo at Alderman. This is a big part of the classroom community as well as our school community, and it really helps us all stay connected. So through Classroom Dojo, we're able to create a positive culture. Families are deeply connected, so all families will be part of the classroom community and school community, seeing what we're learning every day. Students participate in building positive culture, and they're actively engaged. So teachers plus students plus families equal a team. So teamwork makes the dream work. And Class Dojo is a great tool for that. So Classroom Dojo in the classroom. Teachers will post announcements, files, events, and reminders to the Classroom Dojo. It's kind of like a little Facebook. You get to like things, comment on it. You can send direct messages. We'll share photos and videos of classroom activities. You can send private messages to keep you in the loop. And that's a great tool. You can send that to the classroom teachers, or you can send it to the specialists, so like art, music, PE, or myself, or Miss Lloyd, our principal. You're able to connect with everybody, and we're able to connect with you through Classroom Dojo. So families will like and comment on photos, videos, events, leave positive feedback for students, communicate with teachers with private direct messages, and everything gets translated for any families that needs things to be translated. In the settings, we're able to change the language. We also use Classroom Dojo for students, so it's part of our PBIS, and students can earn rewards through the classroom for getting a certain amount of Classroom Dojo points. And we also like to go around and do some surprise Classroom Dojo rewards as well. So social emotional learning is very important at Alderman. Our vision is to create a safe and joyful environment that allows students, families, and staff to thrive as responsible citizens who are lifelong learners. We work to ensure that we have a supportive environment that promotes a growth mindset, self-awareness, and responsible decision-making. So we use social emotional learning through everything we do at Alderman, whether it's in the classroom when a student's learning something that is challenging, or out at recess on the playground. We will also be using a curriculum for social emotional learning to help students with learning a growth mindset, goal setting, emotional management, empathy and kindness, problem solving as well. We also have our PBIS, which I was mentioned earlier, and through that, students are able to earn rewards for doing the right thing and following our Bear Pride. We also use PBIS to help students learn the expectations of school, with walking in the hallway, being in different areas of the school, and following all school-wide expectations. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. My email address is lopezda@gcsnc.com, or you can always call the school and ask to speak with Ms. Lopez. I can't wait to see you all next year. Thank you. Now, Ms. Lloyd and Ms. Gray will take questions.